This ice cream enthusiast turned millionaire.
And you don't want to miss this sale.
Welcome back to another episode of the Long Island Tea Podcast, where we spill the tea on living your best, most amazing, most fabulous Long Island life. I'm Sharon.
I'm Stacy.
Stacy, how you doing? How you doing?
I'm great, and I've shared this with you already. I am like really enjoying this time of year.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining about the cold because I don't care. I am so happy with how things are concluding here in the office in 2025. I have some time off at the end of the year.
Yes.
Just some good meetings, a lot of good off-site things happening this past week and next week. And I really couldn't be happy. I mean, I could always be happier, I guess. But in terms of what is realistic, I'm in a very, very good mood this week.
Well, I mirror that, and I'm having a very, very not tough time. I'm like, I cannot come down from the cloud of this week.
Yeah.
I mean,
Let's get into it.
let's get into it. We had our gala,
Yeah.
and it was over the top from what I mean, I knew leading up to it, it was going to be amazing,
Yeah.
but it was fabulous.
We did know. And I think that also helped with walking into something when and this is our annual gala. So for anyone who doesn't know, this is our love letter to our partners. Where we
Yes.
also get to kind of share what we do for them and our successes, but it really is geared towards
Highlighting everybody,
Yep.
the best of the best in our industry.
Yep.
And I think that, we look forward to this event every year. So this is our 7th, I think we said. It was our 7th.
I think so.
And
Skipped a couple of years over
because
COVID,
of
but it
COVID.
began prior to COVID.
yeah, and it just, we keep talking about it. We just always looking to, top last year's and how can we do it? And I think obviously with our partners, we had the most highest attendance we've had.
Record breaking
Record-breaking
We actually had to
attendance.
turn people away, which
We had to shut the link down
yeah.
because we were sold out.
And listen, it is we haven't had that problem before, and not because it wasn't a desirable event, but it's a very congested season. So everybody that we're inviting is
a
being
competition,
invited
yeah.
to a million other things. So the first thing we do when we select the date, we stay consistent with about the time of the month that we do it, is to make sure that there aren't conflicting events.
Right.
But we had to, like you said, close the link down. It was not available to anybody anymore. And that's really, really exciting. And it's not because we have 75 people. It's over 200 people.
Yeah, I think it was over 250 people. But also, it says a lot when your UPS delivery driver wants to attend your annual Tourism Awards Gala.
It also says a lot when you find a way to shout out your UPS delivery driver.
Yes, I love him. He's away on surgery. He had some surgery, and so we're not going to see him for a few months. But honestly, he's like, I'm going to buy tickets because he's been delivering everything that we order
Yeah.
for the event. So, we joke. We have a good rapport, and he's like, what's in the box today,
It was really, really great. But we were saying, going into it,
Yeah.
historically, and this is common across the board, this isn't specific to DLI, but there's nerves,
Yeah.
and is this thing going to work out, and there's finger crossing, and it just wasn't that. It was super chill the week leading into it. Everybody did their parts.
There was no stress.
no
It was
presentation stress, no
excitement.
script stress, no public speaking stress,
Right.
no entertainment stress, no a little delivery stress.
A little delivery
that's
stress,
okay.
a little Amazon.
That's okay.
But
that was it.
That was expected, and it was fixable
And easily
if,
remedied.
If it didn't come through the way it did, we had Plan B, and that was totally fine
Yeah.
too. But no, I was just very much in awe. The amount of feedback that I got that night,
Right, I was gonna say in real time.
in
too.
real time, and the next day. I mean, my phone was blowing up.
And it was genuine. It wasn't like, hey, great event, see you,
Yeah,
at
happy
our next
holidays.
event. Yeah, happy
Bye.
holidays. It really was like
Everybody
as
wanted
if you
it.
hosted a dinner party for
Yeah.
your friends, and they were like, "Wow, you really went all out this year."
Everybody wanted to talk about it.
I know.
I mean, they wanted to call and talk about it, and they wanted to hear about, what they wanted me to hear their excitement and what they thought went so well at the event, or wow, that was super cool having that activation.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, the Twisted Cow Distillery, or
Mike Jill Judice.
yeah, I was getting to him.
Sorry, back it up.
Back
And
it
One
up.
other thing I want to say too, just sort of back up what we're saying about how happy the partners were and all the attendees, is my LinkedIn is going off because everybody is posting on their
Reposting.
LinkedIn. And these are businesses. These are owners of businesses. It's not just like our some
partners
friend
or whatever.
is gonna, and they want to show off where they were, and the pictures are so sick.
They are.
And everybody looked, everyone was dressed to the nines. It was great. But yeah, I jumped
Did you
ahead.
happen to have a chance to look at Benny's photos yet?
I opened it last night. I looked at some, and then I saw some more. Courtney was sending through the newsletter, and she made a collage, or somebody made a collage that she's repurposing, and it just captures everybody and everything.
He does.
It's a really nice group of pictures.
He does a great job. Shout out to Benny Miggs Photography. He's awesome. Just him and his, he brought somebody with him to help to do the sizzle reel too, which is cool. I'm excited to see that. But just honestly, like really to come down from that, it's like we all came in the next day and people were like, I can't believe you're here. Like we were just so excited to talk to each other about it too. Just really recap it because the team, we say it every week, the team did amazing. Did you get any feedback from my speech about the video that I shared?
About greatness? Mm-hmm. I got feedback about it when we were putting it into the presentation. You're talking about staff feedback?
Yes.
I got here late the next day.
Oh, that's right.
I mean, the buzz was hot, but I had a thing in the morning, so I didn't get in till and then I had a call in the car.
Yeah.
So I wasn't here until about 1:30, so I think they were probably, staff was talking amongst themselves.
It was cute.
No, it was better than cute. It was great.
It was great.
Yeah.
I had a very hard time holding back the tears. But I think it was really, really well attended. Everybody did an amazing job. The team here is incredible and I can't thank them enough. And it really just shows, the support that we have in the industry on this island. We really do have it, and I think that it's something, not that we take for granted or whatever, but I think it really did show that night, just the amount of people that attended, the amount of people that had nothing but great things to say and how grateful they are for our organization.
Yeah.
I think it was just really, really heartwarming.
And I think the engagement was really high. So this is my third gala. The first one I was hired just a month before. Mm-hmm. So it was great, and everything went well. And then the second one I was a bit more invested in. But this one was definitely, because you scan the crowd because this is your baby and you want to see, are people talking?
Yeah. Are they
Can
bored?
they hear things?
Yeah.
Are they bored? Are they waiting for the next thing?
Yeah.
Are they going to the bar?
Right.
Which is fine. But, are they engaged? But it seemed like for every sort of joke, there was laughter. Mm-hmm. For other things we wanted them to be engaged in, we included 2 raffles. It's not like people were like, wait, what did you say about a raffle? They were in it and they were looking and they were hoping and, just all the things that we would hope would come from the script and the emotions and all the work. Yeah. It was just, I think we'll just go on about this for the whole podcast. But, it's funny because I'm like, then in the same breath, I'm happy it's off our plate. Yeah. We've got to,
Moving on?
Yeah, we have the annual meeting in March, which we have to, we're stepping into high gear for and then promoting US Open. And there's just so many other things. So it's almost like, it's very bittersweet. It's like the last day of camp.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Where it's like, oh, this is over, but now I get to go on vacation or, right. That's not really it, but it's bittersweet.
Yeah. No, it is bittersweet. I'm glad that it's, past us because yes, there was no stress, but there's still that anticipation of it being the success that you want it to be. But it was really, I'm so glad it's done.
Yeah. And, so a round of applause.
Round of applause
for
everyone.
Our staff.
Yeah.
And for all the attendees.
Yeah.
Because it was great.
And
you're
congratulations
welcome for having it end at 8:00.
Yes, we were perfect on time. I couldn't believe it. And congratulations to all the honorees who won that evening. What else happened this week? You said you have a couple things going. We have a couple of offsite meetings coming up. I think that's exciting. It's happening. The holidays are coming. I'm taking off tomorrow to do some Christmas shopping, well-needed Christmas shopping. I haven't bought a single thing. I lie. I bought one thing.
I got one thing at 6 o'clock this morning. I'm in deep doo-doo.
Yes.
I am going to, so great news. Soccer practice was canceled.
Oh, thank God. I was worried.
And so I'm free.
Good.
For the rest of the night. So I'm going to go home, I'm going to cook dinner, and then that's it.
Yeah.
I need my laptop's open, and I'm going to lock in. If I have to, I'll go old school and get into the car and maybe go to a store or two, which is what you said you were doing tomorrow. But I have to be locked in because express shipping is going to be my friend. I know. Last week,
here
Amy
we are.
She's gonna, she did. Her shipping hacks and tips will come into play big time. But yeah, I gotta get, because I don't have until Christmas,
Right.
so I gotta move a little.
When
bit.
is the first day of Hanukkah?
It's a great question. It's
rapidly approaching.
Yeah. So I'm hosting my family, my sister's family, my mom, the 22nd or the 23rd. So I have until then, which seems like, all right, that's a week and a half. No. Even if you look on Amazon Prime, if you're a Prime member, it'll be like, for Prime members, it comes the day before Christmas. Like,
Isn't
it's
it
not
weird?
Just, it
Why
used to
is
be
Prime?
2 day.
Yeah.
It's
What is
not,
happening?
Sometimes you can get it in the middle of the night. That's
Sometimes,
amazing.
yeah. Like, I feel like if it has something to do with household products or, like grocery type things,
right,
like that
hyper local stuff that they'll have anywhere. Yes,
it's wild. That'll come at like 4 a.m.
I've got a cart. It's happening. I ordered 1 or 2 things this morning, but I got to get on it. I have to get on it. But I will say, so just earlier this week, we went to the Suffolk County Alliance of Chambers.
Yes.
They're quarterly, so their final quarterly for 2025. And sometimes you go to these meetings, not just them, but any meeting. It's like, all right, great, I was there, check the box, get back to work. I just happen to have met really, really interesting people at this one. And we go to many of them. So it's nice when you bump into somebody or hear something new. And there was a woman from Long Island's Black Chamber of Commerce who we're going to be working closely with. And then I spoke to the Peruvian Chamber of Commerce.
It's amazing.
Who they're doing a Peruvian film festival, and they need a venue, so we're going to connect them to the Stoller Center at Stony Brook.
Yes.
And listen, it works out or it doesn't. That conversation is between them, but it's always nice because we're the conduit to so many things.
Right.
We are the experts for our partners. So it's nice when those things all sort of come into play. So that was fun. And then earlier in the week, I went to the Melville Chamber of Commerce holiday party.
You were texting
banging.
me. Yeah. You
banging
were like,
party.
You should have came
I did.
with
I was
me.
like, God, why didn't I take you? Besides the fact that it's very close to home, but it was at 110.
Yeah, I love that place.
Right? We love those guys. And you walked in. I wasn't sure what to expect. It was free for members, so that was nice. But you walked in like all the way to the back, and it was enclosed, so you weren't like part of the restaurant.
Okay.
But it was warm and nice, and they just had like the best spread.
Wow.
And it was really nice. And of course, I tend to start my night solo in a corner, looking at everybody, and then find my people. And then people ended up coming over, and it was like a whole cute conversation, and it was just like a good week of networking.
Yeah, a lot of industry networking.
So that was a lot. That was a lot of networking.
Okay. I had lunch with one of my vendors today, and I've been with them for 25 years. And
since the start here.
Since I started, they've always been there. I remember this business being developed. I remember, when they were just a 2-man band, and now they're thriving company, and they hired somebody new to kind of do like an operations assessment, and they realized, they've been undercharging us, I guess you would say, for the past couple of years. So I told them that, take another look. We'll do another lunch, and we'll get back to you. But no, it's always great. Like the networking things are amazing. I love it. I love our industry. I love our partners. I love our vendors. I think, there's a reason why that relationship stands across the board.
Yeah.
Is because people really understand the business side of it, but they also understand the friendship side of it.
Yeah.
And they stay in touch, and they keep the conversations going. So what a good week. I think next week's going to be amazing. We have our executive retreat where we go and plan out the year. And I'm excited for that. Our next podcast is going to be
that's
a remote.
Really excited about.
So stay tuned for next week because I'm really excited. It's our holiday episode, our official holiday episode. So next week's going to be banging too.
We have our Spotify Wrapped.
Oh, what is it?
So figured we would share some highlights of the year.
Okay.
At the gala, we got to talk about how on YouTube we've had 1.5 million views just for this year.
Yes,
for the
amazing,
podcast, which
amazing.
is awesome.
Hey.
But Spotify gave us some really cool information. So our top countries on Spotify. We spoke about this recently, but on Spotify specifically, we have number 1, United States. Number 2, Canada.
Yes.
Number 3, Turkey.
Turkey. Huh.
And then we've got Brazil.
Okay.
And then Australia.
Amazing.
And then
Turkey. What a wild card.
I love that.
So guess what our top episode of the year was?
Ooh. Ooh.
Halloween.
So that was what it was on YouTube.
But on Spotify?
But on Spotify. So this was very interesting. Do we want to just hear it?
Yes.
What 2025 holds with psychic medium Jeffrey Wands.
Interesting. Okay.
Really interesting, right?
Very interesting.
I guess everybody really wanted his predictions.
Okay, well, we got to have him back. We got to have him back in January.
Immediately.
We had a rise in 18% on followers on Spotify.
Oh my gosh.
Which was awesome. Then just, I don't know, because we were doing so well, it says that we have a total new audience, 999%.
Wow.
Of not people that necessarily pressed the follow button, but people that discovered us.
Okay, love this.
Then, and I'll show you pictures of these. They came up with really cute graphics.
I love this.
So since last year, we have a 66% total audience rise.
Wow.
And then what else we got?
What more could there be?
And that was it from Spotify. Those were some of the cool numbers that I grabbed before we started. But I'm going to make a post too.
I love this.
Just showing those. But I just wanted to share them.
Thank you, Michael. That's incredible.
No dips here.
No dips here. Not at all.
Peaks. No valleys.
Absolutely.
Did we just find the title of this episode? No peaks, just valleys?
Yes.
Or no valleys, just peaks.
Exactly. I love it. That's perfect. All right. Thank you, Michael. Show us your Long Islander. This week's spotlight is on Long Island native Josh Shapiro, the founder of Baseball Lifestyle 101, the brand he had launched at just 16 years old that has since grown into a $150 million baseball apparel phenomenon with more than 820,000 followers. I follow this guy. I think it's incredible
He's ice cream.
He's ice cream. He's the dripped ice cream. I love it. He began as a teen-run Instagram page for cool baseball content and quickly evolved into a booming business, eventually prompting Shapiro to leave college and pursue the company full-time. After years of steady $1 million revenue, Baseball Lifestyle 101 skyrocketed to $40 million in 2024
Jeez.
and an incredible $150 million this year. I'll tell you because I don't know what he's doing for his marketing, but it's all over. I mean, you as a sports mom probably see it everywhere too.
It's on Shein.
Is it?
The knockoffs. Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It is incredible. It's awesome. His stuff is really good quality.
Yeah.
I think it's amazing. So congrats to him. He just opened some new stores at Roosevelt Field and Tanger outlets in Riverhead. Plus, his gear is sold in 750 Dick's Sporting Goods locations nationwide. And he is now a major retail draw and a standout Long Island success story. So weekly collection drops and personality-driven designs, including bestsellers like the ice cream collection, have helped the brand reach far beyond the baseball community. From teenage entrepreneur to nine-figure founder, Shapiro's rise highlights Long Island's vibrant creative energy, its growing reputation as a launchpad for innovative, nationally recognized brands. That's what he did. He partnered with Dick's.
Right,
Smart.
but he was already something prior to that, or else he wouldn't have been interested. So that may have propelled him into very, very mainstream greatness. But I bought Reed. I didn't know, so we're not a baseball family. Mm-hmm. So I got Reed on Shein, those melted ice cream shorts. Not realizing
it's a baseball thing.
Yeah, and he was like, "Why did you get these for me?" I was like, "Yeah, they're so cute because they are."
Yeah,
I mean, they're made of like
from Shein. They're probably made from
rain dissolves them. But I didn't realize that, and then I swear, the minute he told me, then anywhere I looked, there were kids wearing gloves, and I was like, "Oh, right."
They're so cute.
We gave them away.
What I love about them too is that no matter what, whether it's male or female wearing them, they're good for all genders. I think it's so cute. So really, that's awesome. If you know a Long Islander that you want to showcase in this segment, please email us at spillthetea@discoverlongisland.com or just send us a DM at the Long Island Tea Podcast, because I love this segment. I think that's why we have such peaks.
So Long Island life. So listen, we can relate to this, obviously. There's a bunch of Long Island hospitals that have been ranked among New York's best for maternity care. Very exciting. U.S. News and World Report has named 4 Long Island hospitals among New York's best for maternity care, reinforcing the region's reputation not only for high-quality health care, which we are constantly talking about here, but also as a family-friendly destination. So 2 of them include South Shore University, NYU Langone Hospital on Long Island. They were recognized for standout maternal health metrics, including low C-section rates, strong breastfeeding support, and patient-centered programs like Teen Birth. This is an investment in world-class maternity services, just adds to our appeal for growing families, visitors, and prospective residents seeking excellent care and welcoming, vibrant community. This is a very sensitive time, what I mean? But for a woman, when you're pregnant and you have all the concerns in the world.
Yeah.
I mean, you wake up and you're worried about something, you go to sleep, and, there's just, your body is like a temple during those times.
Absolutely.
And it's really nice to know that we have not just hospitals, but award-winning hospitals where you can feel your safest and, you're most protected in like the most
vulnerable time of your life.
I mean,
100%. But this is incredible. Long Island is world renowned for this.
Yeah.
So, I mean, kudos to this region because it's really, to your point, in the most vulnerable time in a woman's life, to feel comforted and feel like you can have the birth plan that you want and really see it through to these hospitals, 2 of which are on Long Island. That's amazing.
And then don't forget, after birth, your baby gets taken from you for a second. You know what I mean? And so even just in those moments, you're so vulnerable, you don't have your baby, but you know that the staff in front, and then as you sleep, you're like, oh my God. I remember I would fall asleep and wake up and be like, oh my God,
where's
my
baby?
baby? Where's baby? And you have faith that the staff around you, they're all taking care of this child as though it's their own.
Yeah.
And you can't necessarily find that everywhere.
Right. No, I think that's amazing.
No one's phoning it in here.
No.
We love our babies.
We love our babies and our moms. Long Island Railroad unveils new high-tech ticket machines across Long Island. We've been talking about this for a while now, so I'm really excited that this is finally coming into fruition. The MTA is installing upgraded ticket vending machines at all 126 Long Island Railroad stations by the summer, offering faster, easier services with paper ticket sales, bill change returns, reprints, and support in 10 different languages. Very nice.
How many times have you been on the platform or even in Penn and someone has come up to you and asked you for help with the machine in a different language?
Yeah.
And it's you just sort of you try and you get there with that person. But it is nice because Long Island is incredibly diverse.
Yes.
We love that about Long Island. And so especially if you're coming here and if you haven't learned the language yet or it's more familiar when you're dealing with money to speak in your own language, it's very nice that you have that option. I think they currently had it in Spanish. It definitely was in Spanish and then maybe Chinese.
Right.
I think there were definitely, I can picture buttons on the current machine.
Okay.
But 10 languages, that's nice.
That's incredible. This improvement makes traveling around Long Island and connecting to the Metro North destinations more seamless for visitors and locals alike, enhancing accessibility and strengthening the region's appeal as a convenient, well-connected place to explore. Way to go, Long Island Railroad. And Long Island Railroad was just a finalist at our most recent Tourism Awards Gala, so congratulations.
Yeah. Okay, so this is not a winter conversation, maybe.
I don't care
it's
what
great
time
news.
of year.
I was going to say it's great news nonetheless.
Listen, Stace, we are an all-season, all-year-round destination.
We are.
So,
and isn't ice cream something that you want to have all 4 seasons? Yeah. The iconic Long Island favorite, Mr. Softy, is opening a new location in Miller Place, joining existing shops in East Islip and Center Moriches. Located in the Aliano Shopping Center on Route 25A, the store will allow locals and visitors to enjoy the classic ice cream treats year-round, even during the colder months right now, making it a sweet addition to Long Island's family-friendly destinations. Don't tempt me with a chocolate vanilla swirl.
no.
Because
let me ask you this. What do you call what you put on top?
Sprinkles.
Okay.
What do you call them, Sprinkies?
No, I call them sprinkles. But some people call them jimmies.
No.
Okay.
Not where I'm from.
Not where I'm from either.
Jimmies?
Jimmies,
Really?
yeah.
That's a Long Island term?
I don't know. Maybe a Northeast term.
Northeast term. I'm very excited about this. I love Mr. Softy. I'm not a big fan of packaged ice cream things.
No, they're like when they're all hard.
Yeah, like so that's like when the ice cream trucks come around
Yeah,
normally.
yeah.
And I know this is obviously a brick and mortar location, but they're less exciting to me. But the old school ones, the Mr.
Soft
Softy
serve,
ones,
yeah.
the soft serve, that's where it's at.
And those ice cream cones. It wasn't even like a waffle cone. I mean, you can get a waffle cone, but like, what was that? Like,
Isn't it called like a sugar cone?
no, I guess maybe, but they like remind you of like styrofoam.
It does remind you of
Right?
styrofoam.
Oh my gosh.
And like you would bite like the side. And
Yes,
it comes
they
up,
would melt a little bit,
Yeah.
get a little soggy. It's so good.
Yeah. But you know what it is like? Honestly, if you go over the winter, I think it will like
Excite you.
and it like warms you.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's ice cream, so that doesn't make sense. But like it does warm you because it makes you think of just like youth and happy times. You don't
Yeah.
eat ice cream when you're sad. I mean, I've eaten ice cream when I'm sad.
I eat
Don't
ice
get-
cream all the time. I don't
get me wrong.
care.
But this just feels like, this is a stop along your weekend.
Yeah, and this
Or-
third location, that's incredible, Mr. Softy. One is in East Islip, which is right down the block. It's the next town over for me. So I've gone to it before, and it's
We'll
delicious.
see you there.
We have a new blog, Gift a Taste of Long Island this holiday season. Whether you're welcoming guests, sending a taste of Long Island to friends afar, or just celebrating our region, these 5 local delicacies and artisan finds make perfect gifts, handcrafted, homegrown, and full of Long Island charm. So we love our blogs because our communications team is awesome, and she's very creative with when it comes to seasonal things and whatever. But she really came up with this great taste of Long Island for gifting season. North Fork potato chips. They're crispy, they're salty, they're made from locally grown potatoes on the North Fork, and they're a snack lover's dream. Flavors like sweet onion, barbecue, and original are widely available at Long Island delis and make a simple yet delicious gift. I've actually seen these at road stops, like on the way to Maine. I'm like, I can't get out. What? This is crazy. North
Good
Fork potato
distribution plan.
chips. Yeah.
I will say I'm not a potato chip person.
I'm
we've had these like on our table in the kitchen. They're really good. They're very, very crunchy, which I like.
Yeah, they're like a kettle cooked.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean.
They're so delicious. And I think, see, you love ice cream. I love potato chips. Like, I'm a salty girl.
Will you put potato chips in your sandwich?
Yes.
That's good for crunch.
Will you
My
put
sister
potato
taught-
chips in your ice cream?
No, but
Oh my God.
no, but I know I could. I haven't, but I can
You've
get with
never?
it. No.
Girl, what are you
I'm like
doing later?
I go.
Let's go to Mr. Softies and get some
Let's
North
get
Fork potato chips.
That sounds like a perfect winter body
Right?
snack.
I love it.
It always falls on me somehow. The wine from Long Island Wine Country. Also, shout out to that whole team. I sat with them at the
they're
gala.
so great.
Angelica knew exactly where to place me. It was them and the Ohika team. And they were just so fun and so into it.
Yeah.
And we are going to, we have a great relationship with them, but we're going to bring it to the next level in 2026. We have, we're starting like monthly or biweekly calls with them again, which actually kick off the top of next week because I don't even want to wait for January.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of great stuff to do with them. But
And I talked to Beth, the executive director, and I was like, you guys, the Long Island Wine Country used to sponsor this podcast. And she's like, why don't we do it anymore? And I'm like, girl, I don't know. Let's talk.
After the part of your presentation where you were going over the podcast, 2 of them turned to me. They're like, we're going to be on the podcast. Thank you. And it's like, okay.
I love that.
But yeah, so, head out to Long Island Wine Country. It's the East End award-winning vineyards. They produce world-class wines perfect for any gift. And here's some gift ideas. If you don't know about this, get out from under the rock because Wolfer Estates Summer in a Bottle. This, for me, I know it's just not my friends or my town. Every single party I go to, any season of the year, when the hosts will buy them and the attendees will bring them, there is always Summer in a Bottle.
Always.
And it's a beautiful bottle. I've actually cleaned it out and put flowers in it and given it to someone.
So if you listen way back, I used to talk about like the fairy lights, Christmas lights.
Yeah.
Putting it in that bottle because
Oh,
it's
yes,
beautiful.
yes.
And it's like a beautiful centerpiece. So like you put that alongside, whatever.
It's actually a great idea.
Yeah. I love it. Macari Vineyards, Catherine's Field is a crisp, balanced Sauvignon Blanc featured on top Long Island wine lists.
And then Raphael Winery's 2019 Reserve Cab Franc, which is the red I really like to drink on Long Island.
Because we're known for Cab Franc. It's one of our best-selling wines here on Long Island because of the soil and all the nautical coastal air that comes into our vineyards.
Okay, bragging.
Yeah,
about wine.
it's amazing.
But that Cab Franc, rich, full-bodied, and it was a best red wine winner. I'm shocked I didn't.
I can't believe you did that too. That's amazing.
Best red wine. I can't do it again. Okay. At the 2024 New York Wine Classic.
I love that.
Get with it.
Get with it. Nautical art from Gallery North. This is a very good gift ready to display. Explore Gallery North in Setauket. Nautical inspired prints, ceramics, handcrafted jewelry, and glass decor make perfect keepsakes for beach houses or anyone who loves maritime charm.
It's funny. I had the wine landed on me and sales. Which are like me in a nutshell. Long Island merch. So show off your Long Island pride with our official Discover Long Island merchandise. I just want to say, for those listening, go to the website. Well, it's shop.discoverlongisland.com. Look at our stuff.
It's really high quality.
When we ordered it, I was like, this is really, really, and I do own it. But I said, like, this is stuff that consumers would really buy. This isn't corny or stuff that like internally we're like, it's nice, why isn't it selling? Like, it is very cool, normal stuff. So if you are sweating gifts right now for the holiday season,
get your Long
blankets,
Island merch,
sweatshirts, all this stuff. So it's 25% off, folks, until the end of the year. So we have from cozy long sleeves and blankets to hoodies, bandanas for our four-legged friends. You guys,
so cute.
Do you know how cute people are when they're going to open the door to your home? You greet them, and your dog is running with a Discover Long Island bandana.
Yeah,
on.
It doesn't even say Discover Long Island. It says where you belong.
Oh yeah,
it's so cute.
Even better. So there's something for everyone. So again, 25% off. Head over there now. It's shop.discoverlongisland.com, and from snacks and sweets, wine, art, apparel, all these local treasures capture the spirit of Long Island and make memorable gifts for any occasion.
I love that. I'm going to tell you to take this one because you work very closely with this.
I love these guys. So Suffolk County has put out a passport celebrating 250th signing of the Declaration of Independence. And so this passport is now available both online and a hard copy. So you can go to Amazon for the hard copy. It's $8. It's definitely worth it. And you can also, there's a free download at Suffolk 250, that's the numbers, 250.org. The book highlights local history and sites. There's also a new mobile app that lets users explore interactive events maps and historical organizations featured in the passport book. Future updates will include audio guides. It's going to make it very easier for residents and visitors alike to discover Suffolk County's rich history while touring the region. We have been talking about this at meetings at the county office. At one point, they were weekly. Now they're monthly, or biweekly, rather. And there was a ton of effort put into this. The book is over 100 pages.
That beautiful.
Means over 100 different participants, historical locations, libraries, all these different participants that are have events in 2026 and beyond. Related to the 250th commemoration.
I think it's incredible. Long Island's history goes far beyond what some people even understand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think this is really awesome. This isn't obviously this is happening globally, but this is what we're doing regionally for Suffolk County, helping the county really promote this ongoing events throughout the year, especially leading up to the anniversary. So we're really excited for that. So if you also want to find out more about what's happening and events, go to discoverlongisland.com/Long Island 250.
Yeah.
We'll have it in the notes, but it's just another spot to check out what's happening throughout the year leading up to this event. So we're excited.
Just for the record, you don't have to be a historian to be into this. And you don't have to be a certain age, a kid, or somebody who's been following it and it's your grandpa. It really is. There's so much to do that if you're having a weekend with no plans, grab this passport and it's going to give you the dates and the types of events, and it's just, grab a beautiful lunch and then go to this museum or go find out where George Washington slept or, the Washington Spy Trail. And it is really something for everybody. And I've said this before, I feel like as a kid, my dad loved history. And before we could go to the mall, we'd have to go to museum. And it was so awful for us. And as I've gotten older, it's why wouldn't I want to know this stuff? It's so cool. You pop in for an hour, Saturday before dinner, go, get this passport, and then you get stamps and you collect them. And there's, as you collect more, you can get X, Y, and Z. So this is really exciting. I'm really happy that the county put this together.
It is amazing. Long Island families send holiday cheer to troops through Christmas trees for troops program. Santa's helpers are on Long Island, and they're really spreading holiday cheer to troops overseas through the Christmas trees for troops program. Volunteers, including families of active and former service members, and care packages, letters, trees, menorahs, and other gifts, really helping brighten the holidays for those who are serving abroad. Over the decades, this program has delivered more than 14,000 trees, bringing smiles and gratitude to military families and service members alike. I think this is such an incredible program because really, the holiday time is difficult sometimes for people, especially if they're abroad and they're really missing their families. So having this holiday cheer, whether it's sending a menorah or a tree or some treats or having a handwritten letter from the families or the kids, really, it's just heartwarming. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So I think it's incredible.
And you can engage your whole family in it. This isn't something that if you're buying a tree or that's all right. So you go to the store, you arrange that on your own. But when you're sitting around with your family, even prior to a meal, get some pens and paper, have them write a nice message, send it out. That's something it's a nice lesson for the kids.
I think so. And I think it's a beautiful thing. So this weekend on Long Island, Stacy.
Yeah. This is sponsored by East End Getaway, your go-to resource for all things happening on the East End. Friday, second annual Greenport Holiday Stroll and Night Market. Just another excuse to head over to Greenport. The Harborfront Inn and North Fork Art Collective are inviting visitors to the second annual Greenport Holiday Stroll and Night Market from 5 to 8 p.m. Stroll along Front and Main Streets, discover local artisans, festive treats, live music, holiday decor, and interactive fun like a 24-stop holiday bingo challenge. I love bingo, yes.
I love bingo.
Yeah. The night market also features handmade gifts, seasonal cocktails, and family-friendly activities, including free carousel rides and photos with Santa. This is a must-visit event on Long Island.
Yes, it is. Rockabilly Christmas at the Suffolk. Kick off the holiday season with a night of rockabilly and 50s rock and roll. Jason D. Williams, Sun Records' last recording artist, brings explosive piano performance.
Watch out.
Reminiscent of his mentor, Jerry Lee Lewis. Also performing are Gene Casey, the Lone Sharks, East End's Rockabilly King, and the Vendettas, Long Island's favorite playing rock and roll. Rockabilly and country for over 20 years. Doors open at 7 p.m. with showtime at 8. Tickets are ranging from $35 to $65.
Then on Saturday the 20th, the holiday crafts and letters to Santa in Greenport again. Families can enjoy holiday craft decorating at the Little Red Schoolhouse and drop off letters to Santa. Refreshments will be served.
Guided tour at the Parish Art Museum. Discover the parish with a docent-led tour offering focused insights into the museum and current exhibitions. Tours last approximately 40 minutes and are free with museum admission. For more events and things to do on the East End this holiday season, visit eastendgetaway.com. Again, that's eastendgetaway.com. Thank you to our friends for bringing us these events. Celebrity Girl.
Yeah, so I think I've mentioned this already. I certainly am in your ear about it off air. There's a Netflix hit, The Beast Within. This is the show with Clara Danes. This is set on Long Island. Mm-hmm. So it's, again, The Beast Within. It's number 1 or 2. It fluctuates on Netflix. It follows the residents of Oyster Bay.
Okay.
So that's where it's shot. So it is filmed in Jersey.
That's funny. I wonder.
But there's a ton of Long Island specific, Long Island centric language and towns mentioned in the show, and it is awesome. So they use Long Island as a backdrop for suspense, highlighting the island's charm and making it a must-visit spot for fans of the show.
I love this. Prime series, Gravesend, films on Long Island. Prime's new series, Gravesend, recently filmed in Woodbury, bringing the island's landscapes and neighborhoods to the screen. The production highlights Long Island's versatility. Did I say that? Versatility as a filming location and gives visitors a peek at the local spots where their favorite shows come to life. Listen, it's
a constant
film industry here, honestly, anywhere on Long Island. There's so many things that are featured on different films already, like Oheka Castle in many films, like The Great Gatsby, obviously, or what was that, Wall Street, Wolf of Wall Street. So I think, obviously different. There was a sci-fi thing being filmed in Northport or Huntington.
Spielberg.
Yeah. A lot of things happening here. But, and you know, what I wanted to tell you is that in case you're looking, or if you're in the market for a new house in East Hampton, Alec Baldwin is selling his house again for just a shy $21 million.
You know, it was the garbage truck that got him in
It
town.
really did.
It was
got
like,
him.
you know what, I'm out of here. I wanted to show you this thing. So there was not an article, it's a picture with a caption in the paper having a very Harley holiday. And it was saying hundreds of riders from Harley Owners Group, which is the HOG acronym, of Suffolk County take part in the longest-running toy drive on Long Island as cyclist enthusiasts from across the region made their annual goodwill visit to kids at the Little Flower Children and Family Services of New York campus on Wading River. So I was on the Parkway the other day on the highway, and we get like abruptly stopped on Sunday.
Okay.
We were merging onto the Parkway, and I like was talking to my son. I wasn't, and all of a sudden, like
It was like
20 feet in front of me,
yeah.
like a cop pulls over on like a motorcycle and just puts his hands out to stop us. And we're stopped. It wasn't very long, but it was maybe like 5 minutes, and we just see all these motorcycles going, all these motorcycles, and they were led by police cars that were actually like swerving to get people out of the way and stuff. And at first I was like, what is this? I want to get home. This is so weird. Like what? And then I was thinking, is it like a funeral for somebody?
Right.
And I think it was actually this. I think it was actually people driving out east to this. And so in the end, and then I realized towards the end, like some of the guys on the motorcycles were dressed as Santa. Like they were wearing like a hat
cute.
or like a and so I was like, I have a feeling this is like for something
cool.
Something cooler. And I think that's what this was. So I guess it's just a lesson in don't be irritated so quickly.
Right.
Because it could be
a
nice.
good cause.
Yeah,
I love that.
Nice.
Oh, I think that's awesome. And you know why? Because it's Long Island, and we are awesome. I'm not gonna lie.
And it's funny because it's like for those who have certain feelings towards those who ride motorcycles, and it's more of like I think modern day people know it's just somebody who likes to ride a bike. You know, it's cool, but it's always fun to see like how different your perception of someone is when you realize, where they were going. It was like, oh, these weren't obnoxious guys on the highway. Yeah. They were going to deliver presents.
Yeah, they were being Santa's little helpers.
It was very nice.
Incredible episode. I think I'm really looking forward to next week.
I was just gonna say that.
Please tune in next week to our holiday episode. You're gonna see some beautiful things,
including beautiful food,
little
hint.
And some good decorations. So I'm excited. Thank you for another great episode.
Have a great shopping day.
Thank you.
Tomorrow, and of course, for anybody listening, go to our website for any gift needs, any stores, anything you need. Read the blog. Anything you need for the holiday season. Where to go, what to buy.
We got you covered.
We've got you covered,
Yeah.
So thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. See you next week.
The Long Island Tea Podcast is brought to you by Discover Long Island. For exclusive access to contests and promotions, follow Long Island Tea Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And for questions, comments, and collaborative inquiries, email spillthetea@discoverlongisland.com.